Hello everyone, Joanne with StampingInTheValley.com and welcome to my craft room. Look what I got in the mail today. I'm so excited. This is our paper pumpkin for this month of May and it's a gift from Shelly. I love the outside of the box. Isn't it pretty? Okay, let's open this together. I have no idea what's inside because I like to do this with you guys together. I like to just open it. Look, I haven't even broke the seal yet to see. I don't know what we're getting. I'm very excited. I'm excited for the stamp set. So here we go. Okay, we have a nice Stampin' Spot of Early Espresso. Look at this. Oh, here's a nice feather. And a bird. Let's see, what's this say? Dear friend, thank you. Oh, look, that one says hugs, guys. I like that, hugs. I don't have a hugs. Grateful and hello. That's a pretty hello. I love the H on that. And like little dots there. We should have fun with this for sure. Let's see, for you, and there's an and a love and a little and sign. And we've got birds. I'm not a big fan of birds, I'll say that much. You don't see me buy a lot of stamps with birds on it. And the inside, instead of being our blue color, we've got some coral here. Let's see what we're going to have here. Oh my goodness, this is beautiful. Let's see, what did we get? Now, if you don't know about Paper Pumpkin, this is a kit that you get every month. And let's see, we're going to have 12 note cards with envelopes. That's what we are getting this month. Oh, this is just beautiful. This is the outside of the box, this one. So this is a full kit. The only thing you need is a pair of scissors usually to work with these kits. And let's just open it and take a peek at everything we have. Now, if you're a new Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you will receive a block, a clear block that says Paper Pumpkin on it. But that's for when you're a brand new subscriber, first time. You get one block, so that's a lot of fun. And then we have all of these pretties in here. We have some glue dots and some, what are these? We have twine and dimensionals, and these are like little flying birds. These are elements, just decorative elements. I'm excited about this. Look at those. Let that camera focus just a second. Kind of nice. They're pretty heavy. So that came in that pack. Now we have two different kinds of twine right here. This is kind of a little different type of twine that has a lot of texture to it. This is more like a linen thread, this one. Get that piece right there. That's more like a linen thread, and this is more like a, I don't know, it's got texture in the twine. It's kind of, that's kind of neat. Now we have some ribbon here, and you get all the instructions to put everything together. I'll show you that in just a moment. Don't panic, because there is an instruction sheet. There's even a ruler on it. Now we have all these pretty note cards. Love the feather. What are the, oh, these are the envelopes. Oh, isn't that nice? And they have the inside. Nice. So we have these. Oh, that's so pretty. And that, oh, I love the I love stripes. Love stripes. Then we have, these are the card bases, the note card bases. They're already scored for us, so we just have to fold them in half, possibly just use a bone folder. That's fun. Ooh, more elements here. Oh, these are vellum. Like that. These are all punch out right here. So we'll see what we do with that. I have no idea, absolutely no idea until I get into the kit. And so here's this note card. That is so pretty. Love these. Really like these. And let's see, what else do we have here? Ooh, oh, that has a little nest. Isn't that pretty? That's adorable. So it looks like we have 3 different types of cards. Oh, I love the nest with the writing behind it. And now here's some punch out elements. I'm sure we're going to stamp on those. And some more. That's nice. And now, here are the instructions. Let's see. So when you open this up, you have all the instructions right here. You have a nice little ruler down here because a lot of times in the instructions it's telling us like to cut, I don't know, 29 inches or 12 inches of something, or, you know, so we measure it down here. And like I said, the only thing you need is a scissor. I'm going to start to put these together, and I'll be right back on camera. And we have 4 different cards. So there's 4 different ones. And I will be right back on camera and we will start to put one of these together. I love this with the nest. I love that. The nest and those flowers are my favorite. And look, those birds go on those flowers. This might make me like birds. I don't know. We'll see. I'll be back in just a moment and we'll put one of these gorgeous note cards together. I'm excited about this kit. The first card I wanted to do was the one with the bird's nest in the background. Absolutely adorable card. A lot of fun. So first what we want to do is go to the directions, and right here it tells us on the 4 hugs, on the hugs for you, it wants 18 inches of our pink twine. So here's our pink twine, and we want to go ahead and use the bottom here. We want to use the ruler, and let me get up in camera there. And it's just, this is a 9-inch ruler, so I'm just going to do there, just do it twice. And use my snips. There we go. All right. So what we want to do with this card, let me move this aside, is we want to use these elements. Of course, the card base with the little bird's nest. We want to use the tag. Let me show you this tag. It is like, it's outlined with a double line, a thinner line and a thicker line. This is the tag that you want to use for this card. It matches the envelope. Then you want to use, on this sheet, you want to use a pink, you want to use the pink. So I'm going to punch out one flower, and then this flower here has the greenery on it. So just punch it out like that. I'm going to flip them over here. I'm going to take my dimensionals. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber of mine, you get my 2 free card kits for the month. But this month, guys, I put in your kits, you should have already received them, I put in your kits a sheet of mini dimensionals because of the problem that Stampin' Up! Has been having with the manufacturer. So I just thought that might help you guys. But I'm not having any trouble with these. I'm not. I don't know if they're still, they were kind of like, well, we might still be having trouble. So I didn't want you guys to have to get on the phone, call Stampin' Up! And this and that. I was like, I'll just send them some. Now, the ink that we're using, what came with it is Early Espresso, but I have a large ink pad, so I'm going to use that, and I'm going to save, I always save my spots if I have the color. We want to get our little, and this is, don't you love that envelope? Look at the little eggs in the bird's nest, it's so sweet. We want to get our tag right here, and on my paper pumpkin block for this, see, there's my paper pumpkin block. I like to use my paper pumpkin block when I'm doing paper pumpkin. On here from the stamp set, it's Hugs for You. I lined it up, and it comes from this nice, beautiful stamp set. Beautiful, beautiful stamp set. Love these flowers here. So right here, we want to go into our Early Espresso. And we are on a photopolymer, but they're small, so I don't know if you really need this or not. I just use it. I just like to get into the habit of using my foam mat with photopolymer stamps. So I'm going to stamp that right there so I get a nice solid image. Perfect. Ooh, my flower's attached to me. So is the other one. I'm going to move that aside. And then I'm going to flip this over. And this I used dimensionals also. but I put many on this. Because you have a big span and these are minis. So I'm just going to take the backs off while we already have this in hand. And then we'll decorate. I'll show you how to use, you're going to use glue dots next to wrap your twine on the outside of the card. Like that. All right, I'll move that aside. Now for the, I'm going to bring in the base of the card base right here. I love this, so sweet. And then it has the little writing behind it. Very, very nice. Now what we're going to do with our twine right here is we want to make a circle and loop it, but we know that we want our tag down here in the lower third of the card. We're going to take our glue dots. I like to use my pokey tool, my Pick Quick tool. And I'm going to start and I'm going to add a glue dot to the back of this, but I'm going to leave some of it free flowing. And this is how we're going to start it. So I'm going to start like, I don't know, down here. And I'm going to just attach that with the glue dot. Now as you come around with this, and it's supposed to be loopy, so you don't have to put glue dots everywhere, but you want the glue dots where you want the twine to sit. I'm going to put one on the side there and stick that in. And I'm just going to come up around here, around the bird's nest. And it should make, for what we cut, 2 nice loops. I'm going to come out a little bit with that. And, you know, make it cattywampus. Make it not, absolutely not symmetrical. You know, you just want it kind of like the nest. It's just, it's there, but it, you know, it has like little twigs hanging out of it, and so you don't need anything that has perfection to it when you're doing this. I'm going to come down here. I think I'll just come up here. And like everywhere that I want to go, and you do however that you want to do yours, I just put the glue dot and put the twine in the glue dot. Now this is going to come up here. I'm going to loop this around and let that hang free there. And I'm going to stick a glue dot right here. And just kind of hold it like that. You just don't want it to come off of the card because then it has a hard time fitting into your envelope. Now I'm going to take my tag and I'm going to come right across here. Oh, that's adorable. Isn't that adorable? We might kind of come up a little bit. I wanted to hide that glue dot. Let's see. Let me pull the whole project apart now. We can do this. See, and it doesn't matter how cattywampus it gets because it's just adorable. Let's see where that glue dot is. Put that back on there. I really don't want my, there we go. Let's see, I do want that to show though. All right, let's not be so picky. I think we'll be good right here now. Perfect. Let's go the other side. Move it over just a little bit. See, I'm even dragging the twine with me. It really, the messier that it looks, the better, because it mimics the the nest. So from there, we want to put our flowers, and we're going to put one here, and then these two with the greenery hanging off right there. And I love it. Isn't that adorable? There's our first card. So adorable. Comes with our beautiful envelopes. And I'll be right back and we'll put the second one together. Now we'll start with this card. This one has a little bit more stamping to it. And we used the velvet ribbon. This was very, very pretty. I wanted to show you, I love to stamp. So the last card, this is what I did to the envelope. I put the flowers on the back. I like those flowers. And because the card base or the envelope base is colored, that early espresso I think really looks nice on there. Then on the inside I did the flowers again, and I stamped my hello on the bottom there. And then this leaves room for a sentiment. So since I like that so much, I did that with this card also. And then I did my flower. So we're going to do that together. I had to add a little something extra. Let's get our envelope. And we're going to get these flowers that came in that stamp set into the early espresso. Just right back there. We're going to bring our card base in. And it folds like this, and it has the splatter with the type on it, with like the typeset on it. And I'm going to take my flowers, and I'm going to stamp them right here. And then I'm going to take my hello. I love the H in the hello. I love the font of it. I like how it's swirly. Isn't that pretty? So that's the inside. Now for the outside, we're going to take our beautiful velvet ribbon. I want to get my brand new scissors on this. Where did I put them? Here they are. Because I wanted a nice sharp cut. Our directions call for, and it's right here, it calls for 5 inches of velvet ribbon. So that's exactly what we want to do, right at 5 inches. And I just kind of hold my finger there, no big deal. You might could go in just a little bit, even. Okay. And then what I did was I just folded the ribbon in half. And I came up on an angle with my snips. And if you wanted to do, you could do one way and then one the other. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just going, I wanted it to go one way. And I wanted to put an angle on the edge there. So just 5 inches of this. Now with this, you just want to, first we're going to do some stamping. Let's do that. So on the outside here, we're going to use our birds. And there's 2 birds. One's wings are kind of going down a little bit, and the other one's wings are more out in flight. So the one that goes down goes up in this corner. Use your early espresso. And then the other 2, depending on where you want to put this, you know, you could bring this bird lower, and I'm going to bring this bird a little bit more in the corner. So I want to take the one that's more with the wings spread out, like it's flying a little bit more. Kind of in the middle there, down a little bit from this one in the corner. And then this one I'm definitely going to put, see how I went lower with that, and I've got the wing kind of in the corner there. Now, we're going to bring this back in, and we're going to add 3 glue dots. You might even could get away with 2. I was just going to secure the middle also. So that's all you want to do here. And then adhere this to your card base. Above this bird. See how that looks? I think that looks great, just like that. Just like that. Oh, I like that. What a nice element. How to use a little bit of velvet ribbon. Can I come? I think I could come up on this edge just a smidge. You can use the typeset to make sure you're straight. That's what I was looking at. I still can come up just a smidge. Yeah. So I use the typeset kind of to help me with that line. All right, now let me move this aside, and let's bring our tag in, and we're going to stamp Grateful for You right here in the center. Perfect. And then we're going to get a feather. This vellum feather is very pretty. And we're going to position this kind of in the center of the tag because you don't want it to go up and above the card because it won't fit in the envelope. So I look where this little indentation is, and I'm going to put a glue dot right about there. Actually, you can really just put it on the card, kind of toward that point, a little bit down, but right near that. And then put your feather right there, and that'll hold it for you. Now the directions call for, let's go back, add twine to cards, 29 inches for hello friend and grateful for you. And we're doing grateful for you, so we want 29 inches of twine. So that would be 3 times and then 2 inches. 1, 2, 3, and about 2 inches. Snip. Isn't that nice that they have the ruler and everything? Like I said, most of the time you just need a pair of scissors. So these are great kits. Like if you travel for business and you like to craft, this is fantastic to do in a hotel room. These are fantastic kits. Now let's wrap this twice. These are fantastic kits to do if you go on a vacation and you have a rainy day. Take your kits with you. Fun to craft at the beach, even of an evening up in your hotel room. I've always thought that was fun. So did you see how I wrapped that under there? Just to kind of hold it. Now I am going to tie a knot. And then I'm going to make a bow. So just wrap that twice and make a bow. I'll pull my tails out, get these even. Perfect. And what I do, did you see how I'm pulling the ends right there? Because I don't want it to really go off the card. And I'm going to snip those. Now, then you want to separate these. Like this is twisted right here. So I want to just take my tool and put one under the other. Like that. And get that twist out of there. There we go. Then it separates nicely. So you want to separate it on the edges. Like that. Before you put your... Alright, just like that. See how it's separated there on the edges? And it accents that velvet so nicely. Now with this, I'm going to put my dimensionals. And here on this card, you really don't need them on the ends, because it's going to be on the velvet, and that is not necessary. So I'm going to say 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom on this. Like right in here. We'll hold it just fine. I could have probably put this down first and then wrapped my twine. But I think we'll be okay. So I'm just going to slip it underneath that twine. Oh, I love the feather. I'm just going to slip this right in here, which that works out really well. And I'm going to keep my points of that tag right there on that velvet. And then I'm going to adhere this down. And that is just beautiful. We can even bring this down even further. So the grateful is up there. Love that. Love this. This is so sweet. The feather makes it. I'll tell you guys, the feather really makes it. So you just fool with your bow, and it doesn't matter to me. I like the way that it curls, whichever way that it curls. Because it's almost like the birds are flying in the breeze, and so is the bow. So I thought that came out really pretty, and I love the way that I did the inside. So that's our second card right there. I've already done all 3 of these. And we're on to the next one. Isn't that pretty? The feather makes it. This is an absolutely fun card to put together. I love the little bird element right there. So we're going to start. We have our twine, and this is at 29 inches. And guys, go by the directions because you have exactly what you need. 29 inches. We're going to bring our tag in right there, and I'm going to show you how it says to use hello friend, and our stamp says dear friend. So we don't want the dear on there. What we want to do, I take washi tape. You could even take a post-it note. You want to block this out. Block it out. I like the washi tape because I could fit it around the stamp. Now, first I'm going to stamp the hello, kind of toward the top, like that. Now I'm going to ink this up, ink up the friend, and you're going to get ink on the washi tape. Remember, remove it. You'll throw that away. Now the only thing that's inked up is the friend. That's called masking, and we put friend. So that's how you do that, okay? Now with this, we're just going to want 4 dimensionals in a few minutes. So you can mask any kind of a stamp that you need to. If you just need part of it, use some washi tape or a post-it note. You could even use painter's tape. Anything that'll peel off like that. But always remember, and I've forgotten plenty, to take the washi tape off, and then I stamp it and I'm like, oh no, look what I did. All right, so we're going to put this aside. We have our little bird element here. He's so adorable. And that we're going to use a glue dot. Just one. So just put it right there in the middle of him or her, whichever. Right there. And we're going to bring our card base in. And we're going to wrap our twine. Actually, let's go ahead and stamp the inside like I've been doing. I'm going to use my little flowers right here. And then because I have hello on the outside, I decided to use my hugs. They're hello hugs. Isn't that cute? I like that. So that's the inside, and while I'm at it, I'm just going to do the back of the envelope with the flowers. This way we have all of this out of the way. So pretty. I love this peach color to these envelopes and the flowers. Now I'm going to take the twine and I'm going to leave a tail. I'm going to, wrap it twice. And then again, we're going to, just, let's see, we're going to wrap this twice like this. I'm going to take a tail underneath. And I'm going to make a little knot to secure it. Make sure that this is tight enough how you want it. Make your knot. And then I make my bow. And really follow the directions on the 29 inches, guys, because I don't have any of this left when I did this card, or all of these cards with it. So really follow the directions on the inch measurements of this twine. Again, you want to just kind of separate this, and this is kind of spongy. I love it. I love the way it feels. And make your bow as small or as big as you want. I like my tails to be even. Just come in and snip those nicely. And then we're going to put our little hello friend element. And I do want to move that bow down. And what's nice about doing something like this on a card is see how I could move it? And then if you wanted to secure this right here with a glue dot to hold it, you could. I'm not going to do that, but you can if you want to. And put my hello friend there. I'm going to take my bird and let it fly right here in the corner. Isn't that adorable? Doesn't that make that card? That little bird makes that card. Love that. And that is this card, that quick. Fun. And we even did some extra stamping. So now let's look at our collection now. So we have all of these cards made. I'll be right back and we'll get the last one done, and then we'll look at everything. We're going to move on to the last card, and it just came out beautiful. Just so pretty. So the thank you and dear friend, I love the way the Y there comes between the dear friend, and I'll show you that. Here's our envelope. And I also decorated the inside of this with the hello. Thank you, dear friend, and hello. I think that's so pretty. All right, so we're going to start with our tag, and we're going to do our thank you. And I'm going to put this kind of to the left a little bit. It's only because of where those flowers are going to go. Just like that. And then we're going to put dear friend right here. And see the space between the dear and the friend? That's exactly where you want to put it. I missed it a little bit there, but that's okay. That's exactly where you want to put that down slope of that Y. Or, yeah. Right in the middle there. And see how that separates that nicely, and then it curls around the R. Love that. Beautiful. Now, I will say, I ran out of glue dots. So be very careful. I think with the velvet, you could get away with 2 because that's what I did on this card. And then I think on the first card, I could have used less glue dots. But right here, what you want to do in this corner is what I did was I put 2 glue dots, and you want to, I have plenty left over from other projects, so it's okay. Usually you get more than enough, so I was kind of like, oh, I'm running out, so I must have used too many. So right there, you want to take your twine now and just take your end of it, stick it in a glue dot toward the outside. I did toward the outside of the glue dot. Then I want to wrap this around. Let it come down a little bit because it'll go onto the card. And wrap it around. You're just making loops. And let it go where it wants to. And I wanted 2 loops. And like I said, I just let it kind of loop the way that it wants to loop. Doesn't matter. And with something like this, to me, the messier the better. So if you're a real, like things have to be symmetrical all the time, sometimes this is something hard for you to grasp. You know, I'm not like that. A lot of crafters are. It doesn't bother me in the least if things are a little wonky. I think it adds character to the project. Let's see, where did I put those snips? Right here. So this, I kind of didn't want the tail to show, but if it does, it's okay too. So I'm going to clip it short. Might have just cut that right in half. No, we're good. Okay. So this is what you have left of your twine. I don't have any of the pink left. I have this much velvet ribbon left after I cut what I needed for today, for the rest of today. I have a blue flower and a pink flower and 1 feather left. You know, the pink set with the 3, and then the blue for this one, and 1 feather. Oh, and I did get a bird left, so that's nice. So from there, what you want to do is you punch out your blue flowers and you put 2 dimensionals on the back of it and leave your greenery toward your dear friend. And you just want to, and you can manipulate this now, I pulled that down a little bit and I just stuck that on the end there. See, that's why it doesn't matter underneath what it's like, because when you stick this on, it takes all of that away. So we have this element almost completed. And again, you do not need dimensionals out here, but because this is such a wide span, and I do have plenty of these, I'm going to use 3. So I am going to use 6 dimensionals because these are the minis. So just have a few of these left also. And of course the edges, never throw your edges away. And what did I need? Like I needed, I guess I just needed 2 extra glue dots. So I'm sure that when I put the other velveteen ribbon down on the other card with the 3 of them, I think I should have just used 2. So that was it. No big deal. So I'm going to take the little backs off of this, and then we're going to get our card prepared. Let's say they're all sticky. Okay. So I'm going to bring our base in, and the first thing you want to do is stamp these little flowers that we've been using. And you want one up here in this corner, and one down here in this corner. And this one you really want it to show. So I learned to go down more in the corner. See what I'm saying right there? That really makes a nice little element. There's such a pretty card, isn't it? Okay, so now from there, I've already cut our velveteen ribbon. It's at 5 inches, and I angled the ends, and I just used 2 glue dots. And you want to put this one above this flower, right there, and then leave a little space, and then one just below this flower right there. And that's really all, honest to goodness, guys, that you need is the 2 glue dots, because in the middle here now is going to be secured with our tag element. So we already made this, and this makes this card. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Just like that. Ah, so pretty. Now, on the inside, I'm going to stamp my flower, and then I'm going back to my hello here. Really like that hello. Love the font on that. And we're going to get our envelope now with the flower on the back in this kind of bluish, oceany kind of looking pretty color there. It really does remind me of the beach. So here, let's look at all of our cards today. We get 3 of each. Let me close this ink before I make a disaster. Let's see, what do we have? We have these 3. Let me get my cushion out of there. Let's see. I love to see what all we get. Then we have these 3. Everything with envelopes. Beautiful cards. Beautiful set of cards this month. Absolutely gorgeous. 3. So we have 4 different cards. Now here's the Grateful for You. Let's see, we're going to fit. Maybe not. Got a lot, right? Here's the Grateful for You. And then, okay, this is my favorite. My favorite is the Bird's Nest. It is. So let's just go with one of each, because this is getting crazy, right? We have so many cards. I'm not complaining. I'm like, wow, I just want to get them in camera for you guys. So there's that one, this one. Oh, I love them. Let's see, what are we missing? Who are we missing here? The bottom one. Let's get that one right in there. Ah, look at our cards, guys. So pretty, each of them. Beautiful in their own. I did enjoy stamping the birds. I have to admit that. I did. And here's our hello. And I just took it just a little step further and decorated the inside with hugs and hellos and the little flower in each and every one of them. If you'd like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, there's a link directly below that you can just click on. And remember, if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, an active one, you will get free card kits every month. These are the free card kits for this month. If you place an order, if you're a downline or a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, I've sent you these card kits. And again, my Paper Pumpkin people, for this month, you got a little sheet of the mini dimensionals. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please go to stampinginthevalley.com, click on the big blue button, order any and all of your Stampin' Up! Products. Thanks again for watching, and happy crafting!